Why I think the actual demand on the developers will only increase instead of AI taking all our jobs. The reason for that is in software development. Writing the code is not, well, maybe arguably is not the most complicated thing. Most of the operations or most of the things that we are doing are relatively straightforward, except the things when we are actually providing the rocket science. But that's something that maybe 10 or maybe 15% of the overall developers on the market are doing. And the most complicated thing is to comply with requirements from the business, to give them the ability to adapt to the market challenges and create a product that will be competitive. This is not what is done by the coding. Coding is one part of that, but the biggest challenge or the biggest exercise is actually in the communication between the businesses and developers, because developers are the only people in the team that can challenge business owners on a certain feature implementation. I mean, user experience and actually every role in the team can do that, can challenge the business owner on what they are doing or what they are willing to make for their product. But developers are, from what I've seen, the strongest force here. And thinking that LLM can change that, I think, is too ambitious at this point. LLM at this point is sophisticated autocomplete and it does a great job. However, to make the application or make the product is not enough to be a developer, and it's not enough to be an autocomplete, even a sophisticated one. Product development includes several steps, which also has an ideation step where I think generally LLM right now cannot do a job. And for this ideation stage, product owners with the team, they want to define how the exact implementation, how the exact feature will work, and how the user will experience this implementation and what problems this implementation is going to solve for the exact user group. And again, I don't think LLMs are capable in doing any of that. I'm not an AI developer and I'm not an AI researcher, and maybe it's too early to say that AI probably is not going to do the comprehensive or, let's say, great work that even entry-level developers can do. I still think that entry-level developers do not only bring coding capacity, and they also bring the challenges to the team. They increase the spirit of the team by introducing the questions that might sound ridiculous to senior developers. But senior developers will be challenged with those ideas, and maybe they will become better, and maybe the overall team becomes better. Entry-level developers, again, are not solely to write the code. So eventually we are on the path of the cost reduction of the development. This is solely the case. We want to reduce the cost of development. Why we want to do it? Because we want to be competitive with our competitors on the market, and we want to outpace them. We want to deliver more features, we want to deliver them faster. And AI, if we consider LLM as a general equalizer, we understand that every company is going to use AI to increase the pace of development. What does that mean? It means that we are in the same situation. An integrated development environment increases the pace of development. You are not writing the code nowadays in the doc files. You are writing the code in the certain specific environments where this code can be checked, and you can have certain suggestions and highlights. And this is a tool that increases the pace of developer. AI and LLM in general are the same tools. They increase the pace of development if they are used correctly. There are a lot of circumstances in which AI can harden it and provide incomprehensible outcome, which you cannot use a developer. But still, you can just sometimes create a better prompt or work with AI in more well-structured way. Please like this video and write something in the comments, so this video has a better reach and makes me very happy. So, if you consider that LLM nothing else than a tool that increases the capacity of the team and velocity of the team, and let's say overall increases the pace of development, then why is the statement that AI will take our job still on board, still at the table? Because Webflow, Framer, WordPress, Django, they didn't take our jobs. They increased the pace of development. Now we can do it faster. We can deploy CMS faster. We can do a lot of things faster. It doesn't mean that the scope of the work and the scope of the needs of a certain business is reduced to that degree. It means that people who were able to invest their money only in a landing page now have an ability to invest their money in a landing page and automation, making their business better. And in the future, with the help of AI, we will be able to cover more aspects of the business with lower prices, increasing the quality of the services that businesses are providing. The fact and statements that corporate companies are trying to replace developers with AI is no more than inefficient operation in the first place. This is why they feel the budget relief without any development-based reduction, because enterprises are not that efficient in their delivery. And this is why people are thinking that if they replace certain roles and positions with AI, it will help. But if we consider the team composition that consists only of a product owner and 5 MCPs that are capable of writing certain big projects, then this product owner without previous technical background will consume the credits at a rate of $150 per hour, at which in some countries we can hire free senior engineers. Then there's a question, what's the point? Why cannot the senior engineer use AI tools that they are efficient with, and why cannot the product owner have the one and why cannot the product owner have this one senior engineer to do that? And sometimes the context of the changes that have to be made is not comprehended by a single person, and by all means it cannot fit in a single LLM context message. That means that I would like to understand what is a realistic pace increment in development. I would like to run an experiment. Let's say we do have a free full stack developers and we have a totally estimated backlog. Let's say 5 or 6, 7 future sprints. All artifacts in the backlog are certainly known, and we have a track record of deliverables that we have done before. Then again, there is a problem that those developers, they do have an experience with this implementation, and thus they will be faster and more efficient. But if we give them LLM tools, I want to know how much they can deliver in the sprint compared to the previous sprints. Or let's say I want to know how much they can deliver with LLM and without LLM. Let's say the team was delivering 25 story points every 2 weeks. Now we consider that the same team is able to deliver 40 story points per week. That was the great burn rate. Did we introduce 2 full-time positions while the team was trying to deliver more? And then there's a business decision whether we wanted to make this trade-off, because I think the LLM introduction is purely economical and monetary thing, and they by all means cannot steal the job from the developers. And I think this will be visible in a couple of years, and people who are panicking right now are trying to change their career. They were in the field purely for money before, and now they are trying to reach the money-making field again. However, for some developers, development isn't a money-making thing. There is no purpose in money-making. The purpose only is an extreme satisfaction that we receive while we are writing the code that works. Thank you for watching this episode. I'm preparing another one, and I would appreciate your ideas, suggestions, proposals that you can provide in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of the day, and bye bye.